Good morning, children. Today, children of the 8th grade, I'm going to take you on a trip back to Mahabharata. And in the Mahabharata, we have many stories relating to the Pandavas. As you know, the Mahabharata is a battle between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. And during the battle and before that, we get to learn a few other things also. In this story, the story of Dharmavidya, sage Markandeya, one of the religious priests, is informing Yudhishthira about the types of people who live among us. So what he says is, in every division of people, there are enlightened souls who can guide even scholars and masters of Vedic teaching. So he says that we think other people are ordinary, they are doing ordinary labor, or they are ordinary priests or ordinary monks. They do not know so much about the Vedic teachings and the Puranas, etc. But we are wrong here, because they may be having knowledge in different aspects of life and different teachings which are even superior to the Vedic teachings. So as the story suggests here, children, the story of Dharmavidya, I'm going to read the story and explain the story of Dharmavidya. Once upon a time, there lived a person called Kaushika. He was very proficient in the Vedic lore. He wished to surpass everyone in learning. So, forsaking home and parents, he went to the forest and pursued his studies. One day he was sitting under a tree, studying the Vedas. He was disturbed by the loud twittering of a crane perched on a branch. He glared at the bird, which disturbed him, and at once the bird was reduced to ashes. Kaushika was sorry that his wrath had caused the death of a bird. Wrath means anger, but the realization of his ascetic power also pleased him and made him proud. So, our story begins about a priest who is given up his home, forsaken means given up his home and his parents, and gone to study the Vedic teachings. And he has become so proficient in the Vedic teachings that he can do many things. He is aware of that now. How does he become aware? One day while he was going ahead and sitting under the tree studying the Vedas, a cranes are big white birds who uh, give out big, very loud tweeters, or very loud sound it has, very disturbing. So Kaushika was disturbed. He just glared at the bird means glared means looked in anger. Glared at the bird, and the bird was reduced to ashes. Kaushika was shocked. And he was very sorry also at the same time that his anger could reduce a big bird like a crane to ashes. You know, like burned up. After that, what is left is ashes. So he was shocked about this and he said, my God, I have got so much power. I have learned so much from these very teachings. And he was also proud. Oh my God, what a power I have mastered. So we move on. He went to the town nearby. His mind still dwelt on the incident of the bird. He stood before a house and begged for alms, crying aloud, Bhavati, Bhikshana Dehi, give me alms, mother. The mistress of the house was attending to her husband who had just come home. So she took some time to bring the alms. Displeased, Kaushika glared at her. The chaste lady said smilingly, Kaushika, I am not a crane for your glare to burn me up. Her words startled Kaushika. How did this lady know that I killed the crane? He wondered. The woman understood that he was confounded. She said, he may have mastered the Vedic lore, but you know not the mysteries of the Dharma. There is one Dharmavidya in the city of Mithila. You can learn the mysteries of Dharma from him. Curious, Kaushika turned his steps towards Mithila. So what these people who are studying the Vedas and other Puranas, etc., what they do is they just go ahead and study the Vedic lore. And for the food, etc., they have to depend on the people of the town nearby which they are doing their meditation. So he went to a house there and he begged for alms. Bhavati Bhikshandehi. And the lady of the house was busy attending to her husband, so she could not come immediately. So she came. Kaushika was angry about the delay, so he glared at her. Now the lady said smilingly, Kaushika, I am not a crane that you can burn me down with your glares. Okay? Uh, I am, I was busy serving my husband. Now he was shocked. How did this lady know that I have killed the crane? No, it's astounding. So he wondered. You, the lady said, you may have mastered the Vedic law, but you do not know the mysteries of the Dharma. So the lady said, you may have mastered the Vedas, but you know nothing about Dharma. So to learn about Dharma, there is one Dharma Vidya in the city of Mithila. You can learn the mysteries of Dharma from him. Curious? Now this, into Kaushika. What is Dharma? Curious, Kaushika turned his steps towards Mithila. So what did Kaushika do? After hearing this thing, and he was shocked that how did the lady come to know I killed the crane with my glare, and she was smiling when I looked at her in anger. So all these things he was really confounded, he was really confused. So when the lady advised, if you want to learn from this about Dharma, go to a person named Dharma Vaidya. He will teach you the mysteries of Dharma. He lives in Mithila. So Kaushika turned towards Mithila and we proceed from there. In Mithila, he made his way to a Dharma Vaidya's shop. It was a meat shop. The Vaidya welcomed Kaushika warmly and said, come in, come in. The chaste woman has sent you, didn't she? The words of Dharma Vaidya stunned Kaushika. Hitherto Kaushika was full of conceit, imagining that he was only the learned man. But now he realized that it was not so. The morning the lady referred to this killing of the bird, and now the butcher selling meat was telling him that the lady has sent him. So he felt all these great persons. With folded hands, he requested Dharma Vidya, Sir, please reveal to me the mysteries of Dharma. So now children, to come to know about these things, that time there was no internet, no phone, that the lady could phone Dharma Vidya, one priest is coming to you by the name of Kaushika, so please attend to him, he has this problem, he wants to learn Dharma. So there was no method in which the lady could have informed Dharma Vidya that the priest is coming. He was shocked. In the morning, the lady shocked him about the crane, about the killing of the crane. Now, this guy is telling him, a meat shop owner, a butcher is telling him that the pious lady sent you, the chaste lady sent you. A chaste lady is a person who is very pious religious. Since he was serving her husband, all these things really confused Dharma Vidya, and we read on from there, children. Dharma Vidya replied, Sir, you are well versed in the Vedic lore. How can I enlighten you? I can only tell you about the path that I follow. To engage oneself in one's inherent duty, to be truthful, to be patient and merciful, not to be elated in happiness or depressed in difficulties, to be engaged in prayer and tapas. Tapas is tapas, nothing but tapasya. To appreciate the good qualities in others, not to boast, and to have a bath in sacred rivers, to visit holy places, to serve our parents and the Guru who has bestowed knowledge on us. This is Dharma. These are the mysteries of Dharma. So, Dharma Vidya replied, you may be an expert in the Vedic lore, but there are many other things in life which you don't know about. You should not be elated in happiness. happiness or depressed in sadness or something when something sad occurs. Your mind and your heart should be so strong that you should take all the feelings of life with the same attitude. This is what he taught to me. So he said, what I do is very simple. I do my work, I serve my parents, I don't boast, and I tell the truth always. I do my business very honestly. These are some aspects of the dharma. I follow the hereditary profession of selling meat, but I kill no animals. I do not cheat in business, so as far as I know, I have never uttered a lie. I have no enemies. More than these, I serve my aged parents with devotion. Their blessings are my shield. So what he said, my father was selling meat, so I have followed this hereditary profession. That is why I am a butcher. I don't cheat anybody, I don't lie to anybody, I've never uttered a lie. Who can boast of these things, children? Nowadays, in small things, people tell lies. So, I have never uttered a lie. And I do my business very honestly. I serve my parents, and their blessings are my shield. Means the way I serve my parents are happy with me, they bless me. That is my shield or my cover. Okay, that's my defense. Then he took Kaushika home and showed him his parents and prostrated before them. Dharmavedya, Kaushika too also bowed to the aged couple. He then bowed to Dharmavedya and said, Sir, my arrogance evaporated today. I was conceited, imagining that I am only the learned person. I have forsaken my aged parents and caused them grief. My eyes are open now. I shall now realize that my dharma is to serve my parents. I shall join them and make them happy. I will thereafter try to cultivate the virtues you have told me about. He returned home. Thereafter, he spent his days in the service of the parents and the teachings of the Vedic Lord. He mastered. So what Kaushika did? So what Dharmavedya did? He took him home, showed him his parents, and they were aged parents, and he prostrated before them. He fell on the feet. Dharmavedya too, Kaushika too, bowed before them, and he saw the devotion and the love which he showed to his parents, which he showed to his parents. Then he realized his folly. He said, Sir, I am sorry. I thought I was the only learned person. I was very arrogant and wrong. I was very arrogant and wrong. And from now on, I have realized my dharma. My duty was to serve my parents. And I caused them so much grief. So he said, so what he did was, thank you for teaching me all these virtues, these good qualities. And what he did was, he returned home and he started serving his parents. His parents, of course, were thrilled that their son is back. And his duty was, after that, he served his parents, and thereafter he taught the Vedas or the Vedic lore. He mastered to other students. So children, I hope you like the story about Kaushika. And there are some difficult words in this lesson which I would like to explain to you. There are quite a few. Proficient means learning. Surpass means beat. Stunned, shocked. Depressed, very sad. Grief, sorrow. Cultivate, learn. Bestowed, given. Virtue is a good quality. Hereditary, inherited by birth. Means that butcher was doing the job of selling meat because he inherited it, because his father was a butcher. Glad, looked at with anger. Confounded, confused. Enlightened souls, learned people. Forsaking, leaving. Hushed, sat. Dwelt, thought. Wrath, anger. Ascetic, divine. Alms, food or gifts given to the poor. When we give food or gifts to the poor, it is known as alms. Startled, surprise. Mysteries, secrets. Chaste, pure, religious. Conceit, false pride. Sir, teacher, a word of respect. Like you call me sir, it's a word of respect. Then inherent duty is the first duty. What is the Kaushika's first duty? To serve his parents. He gave them a convent to learn. the Vedic lore. So that was wrong in itself. Okay? Shield is defense. Elated, overjoyed. So these are some of the words, children, which you have to go ahead and write in your fair book. This is your homework for today. Write this in your fair book, and I will be sending you the notes for this lesson, the story of Dharma Vidya. Please go ahead and study that. And as far as the portions for your exams go, on the next video when I am sending you the notes, I will go ahead and inform you about the portions for the upcoming exams. Your English exams are scheduled for the 2nd of September, children. So in the meanwhile, please stay home, stay safe, have a great day. Goodbye, children.